Okay, we are rolling. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy D Young CEO back at it again with another breakdown and another fundamental video for you guys. Right, there's a lot of things happening in the crypto industry and just in the economy in general. Right, we have a lot of different things going on, and as you guys can see on the screen, right, one of the things that we have been talking about or have been anticipated to be spoken about, right, is the Solana ETF, right? VanEck files for Solana ETF, which is the first asset manager to actually file and apply for the Solana ETF in the United States. This is massive news, right? So we already know we got the approval of the Ethereum and Bitcoin ETF, but VanEck really is pushing to get the Solana ETF, right? They actually filed the S1 registration statement on Thursday for that Solana ETF, and it will be called the VanEck Solana Trust. This will be the first public attempt to launch a spot ETF in the United States for Solana, right? Why is this so important? Like I said again, why is this so significant? This is very significant because in order for the asset managers such as VanEck, right, to actually offer this Solana ETF, they need to actually buy the actual asset of Solana in order to back up those ETFs and offer these ETFs to their clients, right? Which will require obviously them buying the actual asset, and because they're buying the actual asset, there will be a lot of buying pressure and inflows into the coin itself. And when there's a lot of buying pressure and inflows, and when there's a lot of demand for something, what happens to price? Price goes up, right? So as you can see here, it says the prospectus states that the product will be an exchange traded fund, so obviously ETF, designed to reflect the performance of the price of Solana by backing the trust shares directly with SOL tokens. VanEck intends to list the ETF on CBOE BZX exchange. This is very important as well. It looks like they really are pushing to get this because it says here that there's really no like they're not going to engage in any action where when it comes to like earning and staking SOL to earn additional SOL or generate income. So they already said that they're not actually going to be going towards that, right? And I believe that that's because they actually want this thing to really get approved by the SEC, right? That's the same thing that had occurred with the Ethereum ETF. First, certain asset managers, they were actually going to allow staking rewards to be paid out when buying this ETF. Right now, that's not the case, right? That's not the case, right? They actually want to get this thing approved. So if we keep on going on, right, they actually explain, why they really want this Solana ETF, and compared to Ethereum in a way, right? So Matthew Siegel, VanEck's head of digital asset research, wrote a tweet that the firm's views on Solana as a competitor to Ethereum and an attractive ETF offering thanks to its highest throughput, low fees, robust security, and a strong community vibe. The firm also views the SOL token as a clear-cut commodity, despite the SEC's repeated claims in court that the asset should be classified as a security. We believe the native token SOL functions similar to other digital commodities such as Bitcoin and ETH, and that is pretty true, right? Ethereum and Solana is basically, they're both open source blockchains, right? But Solana in some ways is actually more innovative, more scalable when it comes to Ethereum, due to the low fees and the faster transactions per second. Siegel tweeted Thursday, like Ether on the Ethereum network, SOL can be traded on a digital asset platform or used in peer-to-peer transactions. After months of radio silence on the matter, the crypto industry was shocked to see the SEC expedite approval for the Ethereum ETFs last month. moments before their deadline to reach a decision on the matter. This is huge, guys, for Solana. Like, guys, Solana is going to do, like, I don't even know how to explain this, but now that we actually have like really big demand for an ecosystem and really big demand for this crypto market, right? This bull run is going to be bigger than ever before, but also it's going to shake a lot of people out. As you guys can see right now, a lot of people are in fear in the market that, you know, crypto is going to crash one more time, and we have not hit the bottom. You know, that's something that has been going around in the air. And honestly, when you hear those things, that's pretty much your signal to actually go and dollar cost average and buy in the markets, right? So going back to this Solana ETF, right? As I had said in a previous video, I said when asset managers usually do one thing, or when an asset manager does something, they all tend to follow. And guess what? I was right. Another Solana ETF filing lands in the US as ARK Invest, also known as 21 shares, follows VanEck's lead. So not only are we getting VanEck's application for the Solana ETF, but ARK Invest by Cathie Woods actually applied for the Solana ETF as well. Like, understand how competitive this environment is when it comes to asset managers, right? The different asset managers that are out there. You have BlackRock, you have Fidelity, you have all of these huge asset management companies that are applying for the Solana ETF. And when it comes to when it happens, right? And if the Solana ETF is actually approved by the SEC, or let's say when it is approved by the SEC, Solana is not going to be at where it's at right now, $140, right? Solana right now is currently trading at $140. That's a bargain. That's a steal currently, right? Solana is going to have the potential to run to probably well over $1,000 this bull cycle, and probably do a 15 to 25x on, like, for itself, right? So keep that in mind, right? When one asset manager does something, others tend to follow. So don't be surprised if you guys see a BlackRock ETF, Fidelity ETF, and much more, right? So this is 2 days after ARK Invest actually applied for the Solana ETF to be approved, not to be approved, but for them to have their very own Solana ETF. All right. So it says this ETF is designed to track the performance of Solana, aims to provide a convenient and cost-effective way for investors to gain exposure to SOL without direct investing. The 21 shares core Solana ETF will trade on the CBO BZX exchange if approved. So it's going to be called 21 shares core Solana ETF. The ETF's objective is to mirror the performance of SOL's native token, etc., etc. The SOL held by the ETF will be custodied by Coinbase. Oh man, that's even bigger. Will be custodied by Coinbase's custody trust company and regulated third-party custodian. The ETF will not directly invest into derivatives and aims to maintain its holdings in SOL to match the value of its shares. Once again, very bullish news. Coinbase custody trading company. Like, does this ring bells in your head? Custody by Coinbase. So now, if the SOL held by the ETF will be custodied by Coinbase's custody trust company. Right now, understand that Base is also creating an ecosystem on Ethereum's layer 2, called Base. Right, that's literally the blockchain's name. Is going to be called Base. Right, so guys, the not only the stock of Coinbase is going to rally like crazy, but we could also see Base get a lot of attention just from the like just from the money and the flow of capital into these ETFs, right? So says the sponsor, 21 U.S. Shares LLC, will oversee the trust operations and ensure that the ETF shares are valued daily based on the index reflecting SOL's performance in the U.S. dollar. Authorized participants can create and redeem shares by depositing cash with the trust. The cash is then used to purchase SOL from designated third parties, known as SOL counterparties, who will handle the transactions and transfer SOL to the trust custodians. This process ensures that the ETF shares reflect the value of SOL holdings accurately. Man, this is huge, guys. 21 Shares are excited about the potential for an ETF in the U.S. that provides access to the Solana ecosystem. 21 Shares VP and head of legal Andrew Jacobson said in a prepared statement shared with Decrypts, "We believe this is a necessary step for the crypto industry, and it holds true to our mission to bring to market easily accessible financial products centered around crypto assets." The introduction of the proposed 21 Shares Core Solana ETF marks a significant step in the growing trend of institutional involvement in the crypto sector. This ETF following VanEck's filing suggests a rising confidence in Solana's potential among institutional investors. It's here, guys. It's about to happen. It's over. Solana's really gonna rip through the roof this time around, and all I gotta say is you guys better be here to, experience what this is gonna feel like when it comes to this bull run. Like Solana's blockchain, Solana's ecosystem, it just really got started. The beginning is here. There's so much that's about to happen with Solana, the blockchain, that it's like unlike before. Like this is gonna be history that's gonna be made. Like there's no other way for me to put this, but if you're not dollar cost averaging into Solana, then that's a huge problem. And also projects that are on Solana's blockchain, right? I could actually go over that right now, and show you guys certain projects that are on Solana's blockchain. So where's it at? Chains. Alright, guys, so here's some coins that are on Solana's blockchain. Obviously, you have SOL, which is the native token, and it's very cheap right now, $140. I mean, will probably well surpass $1,000 now that we have a application for the Solana ETF, right? And when that actually gets approved and goes live trading, we could probably get a $2,400 SOL, right? Jupiter is really one that I really do like. The founder of Jupiter, he's doing a lot of different things when it comes to decentralized finance with DEXs and much more. Jupe is a product to look at for sure. Helium, HNT, this is a deepen project. Awesome. I actually mine Helium myself. That's going to be a massive project in the space due to the IoT implications. You have Radium. Radium is a DEX as well, decentralized exchange. So Radium is another project that's gonna do well as well if Solana gets the attention that it does when it does, right? So there's a lot of different tokens on Solana's blockchain that you can obviously get into. You know, Chainlink is really on Ethereum's blockchain, but they really work with everybody. So obviously Chainlink is another one that's an amazing token and coin to get into. And how did I miss this one? But the graph is an amazing token on the Solana ecosystem that's built upon the Solana ecosystem due to this one is really one for the AI industry right this time around. So understanding the narrative that Solana ecosystem is the Solana ecosystem and the AI ecosystem are in the top 3 narratives for this bull cycle, and this checks the box for both of those, right? Maybe you should buy yourself the graph token, right? It's AI. It's an AI, artificial intelligence token. So that's another thing, and obviously you have your meme coins here as well. But Solana right now is trading $139. Guys, it's a steal. Understanding what we just went over about these two applications for the Solana ETF by ARK Invest and VanEck. You know, right now is probably the time for you guys to actually be DCing and buying, right? That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So without further ado, this is major news. You know, take what you want from what we read in these articles, but right now is the time to DCA and get into the market. Without further ado, make sure you guys actually sign up for my email list, right? Link is in the description. And make sure you guys go like, comment, and subscribe.